Hmm. See if there's any sound here. Can people hear me? Can they hear me? Can you hear me? Can you all hear me? If you can't hear me, that's gonna be no good if you can't hear me. No sound. Or is there sound? Sound? No sound? Can you hear me? It's not good if you can't hear me, is it? There should be sound, but you don't seem to be here to hear me. We got sound? Doesn't look like there's sound, does there? Can anybody hear me out there? Let's see. Close together. Can you hear me? Let me see. Any sound? Nope. Can anybody hear me out there? I'm getting thumbs up, but can you hear me? Yeah. Sounds good. Oh, good. Okay, because on this, it doesn't look like there's any sound. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. I have with me some great boost here. The thing is, it doesn't come up on my thing. It's not giving no notification of sound whatsoever. Great boost by Welch's. This is what's keeping me company for the evening. White grape, pear, and apple. Let's get into this. Okay, so I'm doing the review of KSI versus Logan 2. Obviously, the first fight was an amateur bout. And they made the professional debut in America last night. No, I didn't watch the fight live. I had much more important pressing matters to deal with last night, so I didn't see the fight. However, I've just finished watching the fight. I read up about it this morning via BBC Sport. It popped up on my phone. I thought, all right, I have that opinion. Let me go and see the fight myself. First and foremost, both of those guys turned pro, regardless of what you think of their boxing ability. For me, they did 6 rounds. They both did 6 rounds at quite a decent pace. Regardless of the ability they both guys had, they did the 6 rounds at quite a pace. So I want to give them credit for that. I want to give them credit for getting in the ring and settling their differences in the ring and making a hell of a lot of money. I think 11 million, either dollars or pounds they made. Both made 11 million. Some professional fighters, a lot of pro fighters won't even see 1 million. So they've made 11 million in the world of sport of boxing. And that's not their forte. But for guys who actually are, I wonder if Billy Joe Saunders has seen 11 million for a fight. I wonder if Usyk's seen 11 million for a fight. I wonder if Terence Crawford has seen 11 million for one fight. I just wonder. So they've made good business. They've made some good money there, and I think that needs to be given credit for. So I heard it's 11 million they've made for the fight. That's what I heard. Yes, Hamza. Yes, Denise. So for that, let's put all that to one side and say, you know what? They've done well for that, and I'm not going to sit here and badmouth them for that. The skill level was dreadful, absolute dreadful. Between dreadful, KSI, he was swinging from the heels from round 1. I'm not sure if he was being all that time he was training, he was being taught that, but swinging from the heels, big, but to do that and miss with so many punches and still be on your feet for 6 rounds, again, he was in some tremendous condition. Nice to see him double up the jab, get a little closer, and throw shots. Good evening, Eve. Double up the jab, get a little closer, but that comes with science and time. You don't just get in the ring and start throwing punches. Well, some people can do that. Get in the ring and throw punches. That's to do science and footwork and space and timing and all that sort of stuff. Plus, you've got nerves and all the rest of it and adrenaline, and so it's easier said than done. Let me tell you that. It's easier said than done. And to box in front of all those people with all that pressure on you out in America, man, and make it entertaining, great stuff. So kudos to them for that. Now, some talking points about the fight that, first of all, strike my mind. Please smash the like button while you're in the room. A few talking points. If I was ever gonna box and be a pro fighter, I would want Jack Reese as my referee. Right? I'd want Jack Reese as my referee in all of my fights. There's not one fight I would have without Jack Reese in my corner. I'll come back to him in a moment, but I'm just keeping my mind thinking about Jack Reese. So Jack Reese, remind me, Jack Reese. Okay. Let's talk about KSI and his style coming forward. And I think somebody asked me earlier on, I think it's Cronk Jim 99 maybe, have asked me the question. I think we go on my Twitter page and I'll get the question out that he asked, which provoked me to do the video. He says on it, Bayloric TV, at what point do misses alone mean you're losing rounds based on sloppy work, regardless of not taking shots? When they're this wide, it's a self-inflicted loss of a round, aside from what the opponent is doing. So, this is a clip here of KSI winging over an overhand right. Wings it over twice, and both of the overhand right he wings, Logan Paul slips. So I'm watching it again. Overhand goes, slip, gone. Overhand right from KSI again, slip, gone. So, I mean, for me, as far as I'm concerned, the boxing I watch and what I know of boxing is hit and not get hit. If I throw a jab, it hits you in your face, your head goes back, and I hit your jab, that's a point. Or that's a point, or that is me throwing a scoring shot. If I slip under or slip away from an overhand right, if I slip under it or slip away from it, that's not a scoring shot. So if KSI has done that and I've slipped away, then in America they've got a way of scoring fights. And please tell me if I'm wrong. They score fights based on aggression. The guy's on the front foot trying to make the fight. So on that alone, for the most part, KSI was coming forward. He was aggressing and trying to make the fight. So on that basis, just coming forward and throwing punches, even if they're missing, you're still trying to bring the fight to the opponent. You're trying to make the fight happen. You're trying to make something out of the fight. Now, if he's missing with punches while he's coming forward, then it's momentum. Still, even if he's doing it and he's winging punches and the crowd are going, ooh. I remember when Ray Mercer fought Lennox Lewis, and Lennox Lewis saying that a lot of Mercer's punches was hitting the gloves and the arms, but because Lennox was backwards against the ropes and Mercer was coming forward, it looked like Mercer was doing damage. Yes, that Mercer was throwing punches in the fight and did catch Lennox with some great shots. But a lot of the time, the shots were hitting the arms and the gloves. You're seeing was doing this a lot of the time in the fight. Because his back was against the ropes and the judges are there, and then the home crowd are going, ooh, that gives an impression that a guy is being effective with his punches. So the judges can be convinced, particularly if you flour in the last 30 seconds and your back is against the ropes and you're doing this, and the other guy's throwing punches, and the back is to the judges, it can give the impression as if the person who is throwing those punches is actually doing something. So there is that. But for myself, I'll put it down to you this way. I felt, despite KSI being the aggressor and throwing more punches, I have to say, and I might be unpopular for saying this because he's American and all the rest of the political thoughts people may have, I have to say that Logan threw two of the most impressive punches in the fight. Talking point one, the right hand. If you watch, there's a right hand. I think in the third or the fourth round, he throws a straight right hand right down the pipe to KSI. Bang, straight right hand. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. Textbook, bang, straight down the middle. And you can see as he hits KSI, he's shaken by it. He hits him, bam, he's shaken by it. But Logan doesn't move in on that shot, which was quite puzzling. I'm like, what's going on? That's a good, clean shot there. And then the biggest talking point in the fight for me was the uppercut. Again, KSI's rushing in. Logan catching him beautifully timed up, sweet peach of an uppercut, bang, uppercut, beautiful shot, and then he catches him on the inside and bang, catches him again with the uppercut, and then KSI is going down and Logan throws a punch. I think. Now, I've watched replay three or four times over. Again, please do correct me if I'm wrong about this. He goes down. Now, Jack Reese, a.k.a. if you get knocked down in a fight, I'm going to give you as much time as possible to recover. Reese, that Jack Reese, I'm sure that's the same referee that when Tyson Fury got dropped in the 12th round, gave him time to get up, slow count, and to recover, to get back into the fight. I'm sure that's the same referee. Man, bro, how can you expect me to commentate on that, man? Bro, how can you expect me to commentate on that? Commentate on what? Can't commentate. But bro, man, rest up, man. So, yeah, back to my point. Jack Reese not only dropped, Jack Reese, not only KSI got dropped, he was staggered. He was seriously hurt. Legs were gone. Watch when he gets up. Uppercut him, bang, he's gone. He's gone. Gets up and he's staggering around like this. He kind of, where he got hit, he reminded me kind of Herbie Hyde when Herbie Hyde got hit. He kind of was all like this. And he's talking, almost, not with Herbie Hyde, it was more like Zab Judah. Remember when Zab Judah got hit by Costa Zoo? He got hit with a shot and he was trying to talk, he was talking to the referee. And his legs were on skates. That's the same reaction that KSI got when he got hit with the uppercut. When he got up, he's talking to the referee, and his legs were all over the place on him. And to me, his legs were gone. Think about this: his legs were gone. Hold on. His legs were gone. Jack Reese knew his legs were gone, and Jack Reese had him against ropes and said, talking to him, my man's giving him time to recover, get his legs back. Why would you do that? Give his time for legs to recover? Have you ever seen somebody do that? And a referee do that? Take his time, then move across to Logan, then come back and tell him, oh yeah, you know, I've got something to do. Are you okay? And then Logan, and KSI say no, he's not okay. He's not saying he's okay. I don't know. Some discussion there, and then he says, then I've got something to do, and he goes back, and then he allows the fight to continue. At that point, again, KSI's legs are gone. Logan goes back to the corner. Where was the energy to come out the next round and put it on KSI? I'm like, what is that? What is this? So 2 fights now, I've seen Jack Reese allow the guy who's been knocked down to get up and recover. We all knew that Fury versus Wilder was always going to have a rematch. We knew that. Definitely going to have a rematch. So, for that point, I kind of do feel sorry for Logan. I feel sorry for him for that point. And the 2-point deduction, I feel bad for him for that as well, because I kind of feel this is your first pro fight and you've given him out a 2-point deduction in one of the biggest fights, grossing money fights in boxing at the moment of the YouTubers, and you have taken off 2 points. He scored a knockdown, and the guys gone out of there, gone completely. No. Sorry. And Jack Reese is in the middle of that again. So I sort of feel sorry for Logan because he threw 2 or 3 of the best fight punches in the fight. Two or 3 seconds. No, for myself, 2 or 3 seconds. I'm reading something else there. I think that he threw the best punches in the fight, the uppercut and the straight right hand. Beautiful shots from Logan. I don't know what his trainer was telling him in the corner. If that's Shannon Briggs, I don't know what he's telling him, but as far as I'm concerned, it says the 2 points were fair. Pulled KSI down and hit him behind the back of the head repeatedly. But I don't think he deliberately was hitting around the back of the head. I think KSI hit Logan around the back of the head as well, because Logan mentioned it. He went to Logan, he went like this to the referee. Let me see again. Get hit in the back of the head is a thing that is. If you've never boxed before, you don't quite get it. I remember getting hit. I get hit in the chin, and you get the sparks, bang, when you get hit with a shot. You hit a shot, bang. You'll see like you'll go black and white when you get hit a shot, boom. A good shot, bam. You go black and white, like boom, boom. That's you get that. But when you get hit in the back of the head, well, I remember once I got hit in the back of the head. I was sparring, and later on in my for boxing, I hit the back of my head, and all of a sudden I'm seeing 3 of the same person standing in the ring. So when you get hit the back of the head, that's a very it's not a good thing at all. So when people see getting hit in the back of the head, it's a very discombobulating thing. Don't mind getting it on the temple, but hitting the back of the head screws your vision up all completely. I remember having that the last sparring session I had. Got hit around the back of the head. I thought, no more of this for me. I can't. I'm getting triple vision. No, somewhere. So I didn't do it. I stopped boxing from that. But coming back to my point, KSI hit me on the back of the head as well. So his punches were looping and wild as well. So, you know, I'm not sure, but I'd like to see an official warning. And I think the referee gave KSI way too much time. And even in the next round, when he came out for the next round, his legs were still unsteady. Legs unsteady. Samuel says here, I box regularly on amateur level. I got hit in the back of the head is bad. Nothing is worse than liver shot. Well, nothing's worse than a body shot, my friend. You can't shake that off. But with a the body shot, when you hit with a body shot, your legs go as well, because obviously you crumble over. Your legs go. You can't go. You come static. With the headshot, when you get hit like that, you're seeing 3. It's just about trying to get your feet to move, but it's balance. It's all a balancing. So, you know, getting hit anywhere like that is not nice. Now let's go back. Let's see what people are saying about it. So for me, I thought Logan showed better boxing ability. He showed the attempt to actually box. And for me, KSI was just brawling. He was brawling, but Logan the better boxer. And I think if he had a better coach, he would have beaten KSI. Anybody but Shannon Briggs as your coach. No disrespect to Shannon, but you don't need Shannon Briggs in your corner. Like to see a trainer that is 100% focused with him. You know what I mean? Because I thought Logan started out another jab. I don't know if it's Logan's mentality that he's not got a killer instinct, or it's Logan's mentality that he didn't want to engage. But when he had KSI hurt, he could have closed the show then. I mean, he had the fitness to go around for 6 rounds, and he definitely had the power. And if you look at the 2 guys, between who was hurt more, when Logan landed proper clean shots, the 2 clean shots he landed, he had KSI in trouble. So I just don't know why Logan didn't try and finish the fight. And for that, I've got no sympathy for him losing the fight. Because even when think this at a second. How long did Jack Reese give KSI to recover? How long did he give him to recover? And even when he gave more time, his legs were gone then. And he came out for the next round, his legs were still stiffened. Yes, Kenyon. So when you think about this for a second, people, his legs were gone for what? 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. His legs were stiffened. That's almost a round. And you're telling me that you can't sense the moment that this guy that you've hurt is there for the taking. Logan didn't have to pace himself. Listen, he knew for 6 rounds how to get around that ring. So I don't buy that either. He was able to skirt around the ring for 6 rounds, for the most part. Skirt around the ring, get himself out of trouble. So he had enough fitness there. And look at the power he had with the uppercut. He had power there as well. So I don't know. Maybe it was nerves. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Some guys are just not cut out to actually fight. Some guys have got a killer instinct. But I think, me personally, between Logan and KSI, I saw more potential in Logan than I did in KSI. If you asked me to train the two of them, I'd take Logan to train. Because I saw Logan, to me, had more boxing fundamentals. He had the footwork. He attempted to throw the jab a bit. He had a nice right hand on him. Beautiful uppercut. The uppercut he picked there was absolutely beautiful. It said, boom, beautiful uppercut. Yeah, and he was more defensively aware than KSI was. You know, I think if Logan actually put his foot down, stood in front of KSI and said, you know what, have this, it could have stopped KSI. Because you could see from the power that Logan had, from the uppercut, the straight right hand, two beautiful shots, he could have stopped KSI. And also, a lot of KSI shots were going over Logan's head. They were going over Logan's head. And at any time, he could have chucked the right hand through the middle, could have brought the uppercut from upstairs. You know, he knows how to tie and hold and to wrestle. So he has those natural instincts to do that. So I think moving forward, Logan, for me, is the better boxer. Do you understand? He's the better boxer. He seems a guy who seems to be able to go to a game plan. KSI is wild. Wild. You know what I mean? And that's it, really. Although, again, got a lot of stamina, a lot of fitness there. But I don't think his chin is as great as he's advertising. So let me hear what people are saying. So I think, yeah, so Logan's got a better future in boxing than KSI has. But I believe if Logan had a better trainer in his corner, he would be has got a better future. And who would I suggest as a trainer for Logan? If I was to manage Logan, I'd say to Logan, you know what? Go back and look at this tape. If I'm Logan, I say, go back and look at this tape. You showed better footwork. You showed better boxing ability. You learned better quality punches. Didn't throw enough of them. And you had the power to genuinely drop your guy. And the referee had to help him out. Now for that, I would say, son, keep your head up. And know you have the power to stop this KSI guy. You've definitely got the power to stop him. Yeah, I saw somebody put on Twitter to put Logan in against Dorticus. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Don't even think about putting him in with Anthony Yard either. Them guys are, no, not even Anthony Yard. He's cruiserweight, isn't it? But no. What's his name? What's the guy's name? Lebedev or what's his name? Lawrence Okoli or no. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Be serious. So I think Logan's got better, more natural ability for me. We can't be discussing this as a real fight. WWE's fight is, it was a mockery. Haney and Saunders looked like trash. All right. Right. Let's talk serious boxing. So that's my thoughts on Logan versus KSI. For KSI, listen, my man tonight got away from getting knocked out. Jack Reese saved that boy from getting knocked out. Facts. KSI would have got knocked out had it been, because think about it for a second. Had Jack Reese not interrupted the way he did, when he did, and how he did for as long as he did, gave the deduction away, should have done the deduction, and got on with things, KSI would have had less time to recover, and for sure Logan could have got onto him. For sure. He was all over the place. Billy Joe Saunders. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. KSI was a wild brawler, but I thought he was aggressive enough to win rounds. See? The aggression. You see? That's where people are going to score from, the aggression. Logan Paul just didn't throw enough punches, but if Reese hadn't intervened, we would have got the KO. How did I rate Mike McCallum? What does that got to do with this conversation? Absolutely nothing. Mike McCallum, a bad boy. Billy Joe Saunders might be too heavy. Okay, Billy Joe Saunders for me needs to move down to middleweight. He's got no business being at super middleweight. 2, Billy Joe Saunders looked old last night. He looked old. He had jet lag and he had flu and he only had a week to prepare and whatever. Billy Joe Saunders is not going to get any better. I don't think he's going to get better. And I love Billy, but at this point now in his career, he needs to be fighting Gennady Golovkin, GGG, Andrade, Charlo, and not Eubank Jr. I don't want to see him fight Eubank Jr. again. Why? It proves nothing because we still don't know how good Eubank Jr. or how bad Eubank Jr. is. He needs to be fighting an established name, more established than himself. So GGG, Canelo, well, God help him if he fights Canelo. God help him if he fights Canelo. I'm telling you now. Or Golovkin. Yeah, God help him if he fights Golovkin as well. Like he fought last night. Nah. Both of them guys have run for him because he's not, I don't know why. I still don't know why Billy Joe Saunders is boxing today. Yeah, he's making money, sure, but why is he actually boxing today? What is his goal? Does he want to be a undisputed middleweight champion of the world? Does he want to make a little bit more money? I say the word little bit more money. I don't know. I don't understand where Billy Joe Saunders is going. It's 2-time champion of the world, 2-weight world champion. Sure, but who cares? I mean, really, who cares? Talented, but I just think, looking at Billy Joe Saunders, his boat may have sailed. His time to have been a superstar in boxing may have gone. And he's on decline. That's how I'm feeling about Billy Joe Saunders. I just feel 2 years ago, he could have been. Now, people say he's young. Young in what sense? Young in age? I mean, I'm worried about you when you're always blowing up in weight and you're not living a life outside the ring. That stuff starts to catch up on you people. You know that. I know that. So GGG washed up. Listen, you're saying he's washed up. Them hands of GGG ain't washed up. Them hands of GGG are not washed up. And Derevyanchenko is no mug. Derevyanchenko is no mug. Let's see Billy Joe Saunders fight Derevyanchenko, shall we? Oh, Derevyanchenko. Oh, GGG look bad against Derevyanchenko. Stick Billy Joe Saunders with Derevyanchenko. He's all right to knock GGG for how he looked against Jacobs, Derevyanchenko, Canelo, and Brook. Well, let's see Saunders fight them guys back to back to back. No, man, no. Saunders needs to stop his opposition. Who's the best names in his resume? Lemieux, Willie Monroe, and Andy Lee, and Eubank Jr. Is that Hall of Fame? I mean, come on, people. Come on, people, man. I can't make excuses for Billy Joe Saunders anymore. He needs to fight a top three middleweight, super middleweights. He can't beat Callum Smith. But Callum Smith cannot beat Canelo. Let me tell you that for now. He ain't beating no Canelo. He's gonna get folded like Rocky Fielding got folded because Canelo step inside and work that body, and Callum Smith can't fight off the back foot. Any guy that can put Callum Smith onto the back foot can beat him. Let me tell you here now, if anybody can push Callum Smith onto the back foot and put his back against the ropes, you beat Callum Smith. If you like Callum Smith, just come forward and use his range and box at his pace and use the jab and start getting left hooks to the body and getting the right hand off, that's a different situation. But if you allow Callum Smith, if you back Callum Smith up to the ropes and you put pressure on the ropes, he doesn't know what to do. Hasn't got a clue. And I just feel that if he fights Canelo, Canelo's going to fold him. I'm telling you. And please, Hearn and Haney better keep the Mayweather comparison out of their mouth. Well, they've got to do it, innit? They've got to do it. They've got to keep using the Mayweather comparisons. There's always the new Mayweather. the new Mike Tyson. Why can't these people just be what they are? GG is the truth. His CV is tame. He was robbed, but he's good. Okay. I didn't watch the Billy Joe Saunders fight, but everybody is saying he wasn't good. Well, okay. I mean, he's fighting trash opposition. You fight garbage opposition. After a while, you start to fight garbage yourself against garbage opposition. I mean, who is that guy? I mean, what was the motivation to fight that guy and beat that guy? Everyone says it was garbage or it was rubbish. The knockout was impressive. That highlight reel, that uppercut was class. Okay, well, anybody tells me that uppercut was class. That was class uppercut, the finish from Billy Joe Saunders. Every time GG stepped up in competition, he's looked bad. Arguably, he lost to Jacobs, Canelo twice, and Devonchenko. GGG equals height job. Yeah, he was well managed and sorted by Abel Sanchez. It's true. True, but Hamza, compared to Billy Joe Saunders, GGG is better. He's Rob versus Canelo, but he's no haggler, but he can bang. Listen, GGG is a good middleweight. That's it. Don't talk about no damn haggler, no Hearns, no Leonard. You imagine GG versus Leonard? Can you imagine GGG versus Leonard? Stop. Let's stop these conversations, man. Holtzkin was all over Callum. Don't get me started on Smith. Another one who needs to be shot and put out his misery. Yeah, he needs to relieve the WBC belt as quick as possible. Surprisingly, just on his poor performance might get him super fights now. He's looking for vulnerable 168. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Listen, I still avoid Billy Joe Saunders like a plague because you don't want a motivated Billy Joe Saunders fighting you if you're Gennady Golovkin. The last thing you want is a gypsy boy making you miss, making you pay, punishing you, and looking good on the night. You don't want that. Nah. He looked bad against that guy, but that guy was he was just a fill-in, right? That guy was a fill-in. So the motivation for him, if Billy Joe Saunders is fighting GGG, you think he's going to come out with excuses of, oh, I only flew in there for a week? Nah, come on, man. He'll come prepared. I know that much about Billy. If he's gonna fight Golovkin, guys like Golovkin and Canelo, my man's gonna get himself in super shape. Don't buy the stuff about what you thought with this guy. Them guys like Billy Joe Saunders, they rise to the occasion. So I don't. If he actually takes the fight, I think he'll rise to the occasion. He's one of them guys who, if you're having a stinking fight, he'll have a stinking fight as well. That fight wasn't there to make Billy Joe. The knockout was there to make Billy Joe Saunders look good, but the fight, jet lag is a key thing. It can have a detrimental effect on you. He's fighting in America for, I think, the first time. Good to see Billy Joe Saunders fighting in America. The Americans won't remember the fight, but they'll remember the knockout, and that in itself was spectacular. The video still finish was good, but I can see the same thing happening to 168. Okay. Saunders has no business at 168. Maybe. It's all messed up. Canelo thinks he's a little heavyweight. I don't know. I mean, you see the picture between Canelo and Andy Ruiz. I don't know. If they get a small heavyweight, I don't know if it's possible though. Because, listen to me, let me tell you something now. Don't be fooled for 1 second. You think, but if Beterbiev can't be bought, I wouldn't want to see Beterbiev against Canelo. I would not want to see that. Sorry, but Ruiz would absolutely destroy Canelo. Carnage. I know people talking about Ruiz and Canelo, yeah, because they were sitting next to one another. They saw the size difference, but I'd like to see them stand next to one. I think the size difference, when you're sitting down, is a bit different. Because they're on a sofa together. They're going, oh, yeah, Canelo, Ruiz. You could see that fight happening. I thought, oh, no. I'd like to see Beterbiev versus Canelo. That's what I'd like to see. Hey, Ingram, not to go off topic, but do you feel Chris Eubanks, what do you feel about Eubanks call it Jamal Charlo? I think he better deal with the topic in hand with Matt Korobov. he better focus on the job in hand. Because from what I see, he's not got no skill set to beat Matt Korobov. Matt Korobov, unless he's got a serious problem with his chin and he's got no punch resistance like how James DeGale had, he's got to worry about Matt Korobov, because Matt Korobov can end the Eubank trail completely. Matt Korobov could outbox Eubank for 12 rounds. Easy. Very easy. He's got the ability. Far more experienced fighter. Carries power himself. And he gave Charlo all the work that he wanted. So, no, he's got to do Matt Korobov first. If Eubank gets past Matt Korobov, then we'll talk. Until then, which reminds me, I do need to talk to Matt Korobov. Give me a second. Let me see if I can get him on the phone. Where's my phone? Where is my phone? Oh, well. I thought I could get a call with him. Whoopsie. I thought I'd get a call with Matt Korobov, but maybe next time. Okay, so I'm here for a while. Let's talk a little bit more. Canelo outboxes Ruiz at heavyweight. No chance, mate. Behave yourself. Okay. You drunk vodka? Probably, yeah. So while I'm here, let's talk about some other things. If you haven't already checked it out, please do. Let's give you the page here so you can just get a chart, take a look around. You can have a look at this. Get a chance, that's our page. We'll be updating it on a weekly basis. We're back up and running. So just check the page out. You see stuff that's on there as well when you get a chance. Devin Haney fight. No, I didn't watch Devin Haney fight. Sorry. I think Devin Haney is a good fighter. A lot of talent. I don't like where we start to, we set people up to fail, because good fighters being treated like superstars. You're not a superstar. You're a good fighter. You have a good skill set. You do fight. You do some things like Mayweather does. There is a similarity. Some of the things Mayweather does, but you're not Mayweather, right? And Mayweather fought for years and years before he got the real recognition he deserved. These guys today, your Gervonta Davis, he is not a superstar. He's a good fighter who happens to win a world title or 2 world titles or whatever. He is not a superstar. Devin Haney is not a superstar. Canelo, you could say Canelo. Canelo's a superstar, but how many years has he fought? How many fights has he had? I don't like this. He's a superstar and he's had about 10 fights. I don't care. I don't care he's had 10 fights. I don't care about his amateur pedigree. And even Lomachenko, you're not a superstar. You are a very good fighter, but you're not a superstar. You're not a superstar. Stop this stuff about superstar. Oh, this guy's a superstar fighter. This guy's a superstar fighter. He's had 10, 15, a handful of fights. Knocked out a couple of decent guys, a half decent guys, a half dead guys. And he's a superstar. And then when they fight somebody real decent and tasty, or at their level, they get knocked out and they get beat. No, stop it. These guys are good fighters that could potentially go on to be superstars. Canelo is a superstar. He's paid his way. Pacquiao is a superstar, paid his way. Do you understand? These guys have fought for a long time. They fought the best that's around. Yeah, there may have been some ducking here and there and weight and all we can discuss about. Well, he pulled this guy from this weight down and listen, that's management. But these guys are superstar fighters, right? Superstar fighters. You know what I mean? Tyson Fury is not a superstar fighter. Deontay Wilder is a good fighter. He's not a superstar fighter. Do you understand me? You know, when your earnings, and see, you can call Canelo an event. Is Joshua a superstar? He's got global appeal, and it's the heavyweights. He hasn't had that many fights. I think if Joshua comes back and he beats Ruiz, and then he goes on and he beats Wilder, and he beats Tyson Fury. If Joshua beats Wilder, Fury, and Ruiz, if he beats those three guys, that's what I would class him as a superstar. That's what I'd class him as a superstar for me. Let's see what we get. It says Lomo takes Haney to school. From what I see, listen. Let me talk to you about this Lomachenko stuff, right? The way I see it, the way I see that Lomachenko, the fight against Luke Campbell. If Luke Campbell, hear me out carefully here. If Luke Campbell had a little bit more belief in himself, a little bit more belief, right, and a little bit more dig, a little bit more self-belief, and a little bit more killing, like you're having it tonight, he would have beat Lomachenko that night because he had Lomachenko hurt, but because he kind of backed off and didn't have that real have it tonight. You're gonna have this, hold that left to the body and really have this, because he didn't have that and that wasn't in his makeup. Lomachenko got away. But if you had a guy that could really, sit there and say, "Oh, I don't care what your name is, Loma, whatever, you're gonna hold this tonight." If you had that mentality, he would have probably gone on and stopped Lomachenko, because he had enough power to hurt Lomachenko to get his attention. But Luke Campbell's punch resistance isn't the greatest. So anytime he went to engage and he got clipped, he was like, "Oh, you know what? I don't want to get knocked out in front of my fans tonight. So you know what? Let me just hold and grab and not engage so much." But Amanda said, you can hold this tonight. You can really have this tonight. I really wanted to tear up against Lomachenko. So I'm not overly about Lomachenko. Great skill set. But it's against who's doing that skill set against. And, you never heard Floyd talk about, when he was at, "I'm not comfortable at this weight division." I mean, he told you where he weren't comfortable. "I ain't fighting the middleweight. I'm not really a light middle, but I'm fighting at light middle. But I ain't fighting the middleweight." I fight Golovkin. So he's telling you, "I ain't comfortable middleweight." And that's considered ducking. But Lomachenko talks about 135 and he's not comfortable at 135. It's not really his weight and it's acceptable. So Denise Ward says he needs to go back to Floyd Sr. for his trainer, and his father should be chief second. Okay, agreed. All these guys want to emulate Money Mayweather, but they forget that pretty boy Floyd, who was beating everybody, he thinks he's Floyd. He's soon to be exposed. He's been listening to Hearn too much. Yeah, well, that's what happens. When you listen to that fanboy talk from people who are uneducated in the sport, you end up getting exposed. It happens. And he's come to the right place to get exposed. Haney dad wants the percentage money. That's why he's Devon's trainer. Okay. Matchroom curse. Well, it's not matchroom curse. It's not a curse. You got uneducated people talking about boxing. That's what it is. And filling the air with rubbish instead of knowing how to guide. Fighters with no hype are the best. Wilder, Crawford, Andy Style, real talent. Yeah, of course. Hunter, another with no hype. That's my number one. Okay. AJ is a superstar. Let's not hate. He's an event, but it doesn't mean he's elite. Canelo and AJ are the only legit superstars in sport. They are events. Nobody else comes close. Yeah, but okay. This thing about AJ being elite or a superstar, an event. See, I think that Canelo actually is proven. I think he's proven. And I think he's more proven than AJ. He's fought a lot longer than AJ. But I don't know. But Canelo actually fought the pound for pound best fighter in the world, which was Floyd Mayweather, and got beat. Can't actually say AJ fought the pound for pound best fighter in the world and get beat. He got knocked out by Andy Ruiz, who wasn't considered that pound for pound number one in the world, right? So that's really got to do something to your superstardom. That has really got something that's got to have a knock on it. And the way you get knocked down 4 times by a fat guy, I didn't say it, or a tubby guy, or a guy who could have been, serving you a kebab, or a guy who's your local mechanic. That don't bode well for your super status, does it? So that's why I hesitated when I said that Joshua's a superstar, because for my criteria, superstar, the money is one way, but you also have to have that credentials. You now have to look at Joshua and go, are you really what you've been selling to us? So it's got to have a dent. It's got to have some sort. If people are saying Inui's last fight against Donaire brought down his marketability, or it affected his marketability, then, and he didn't get knocked out and he won the fight, then what the hell is with Joshua and his marketability? I don't know. Superstar has nothing to do with skill set. No, stop that. No, I don't agree with that. Sorry. Well, I do not agree with that for 1 second. I do not agree with that for 1 second. Floyd Mayweather was a superstar of boxing. I think he's a superstar of boxing. He had to be. And his skill set and his money is there over a period of years and consistently doing it over and over and over and over again. So it's because his skill set, he was able to be a world champion for the amount of time he was a world champion, and for as long as he did. Just like Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones was a superstar of boxing because he did it over a long period of time, being unbeaten. A long period of time. Not just 1 or 2 years. So the superstar right there. He was a superstar. Roy Jones, superstar. And fought the best. Well, did Roy fight the best of the best? He fought Hopkins. He fought James Toney. Fought Mike McCallum. So there's 3 guys right there. But I think skill set, I can't say, was Vlad a superstar? No, he was heavyweight champion of the world. He wasn't a superstar. I think the brothers combined, Klitschko's, the Klitschko name is global. But I don't think they were in enough high-profile fights to warrant superstardom. But the Klitschko name, they're both good, skilled fighters. I don't know if they were superstars, though. If Klitschko fought Fury, Wilder, Joshua, those 3 in their time, I think maybe so, but I don't know. Floyd didn't just beat Canelo. He hit him from pillar to post, embarrassing Canelo. Yeah, he did. And that's the time where a lot of the Canelo supporters, we talk about today, smash the like button if you're in room. Those, at that time when Canelo fought Floyd, he either had 1 or 2 fights behind Floyd. And they said that Canelo wasn't experienced. He was damn well experienced enough. He was damn well experienced. He had 40-odd fights. I think Floyd either had 44 fights and Canelo had 42 fights. Yeah, so I don't know where that's going. So superstardom, I think skill set goes with superstardom. So yes, I don't agree with you. KSI and Logan are superstars. Yes, they are superstars. Yes, they are superstars from something not connected to boxing. Their superstardom didn't come from boxing, did it? Consistently, their skill set has been in entertainment outside of boxing. So for that, they are superstars. It's still consistency over a long period of time or a period of time with money coming behind it. So yeah, they're global superstars. They just so happen to be in a boxing ring. But boxing is not what's made them superstars. It's been a tool they've used to broaden their profile, right? So I have to say that both KSI and Logan are superstars in their own right, in their own field. They just happen to be boxing on that night. But boxing is not what made them superstars. Have you seen AJ recently on DAZN YouTube talking to KSI on the phone? He looks gaunt and disheveled. I mean, you know, I've said this before and I'll say it again and I'll keep on saying it. Nobody knows just how badly that knockout affected AJ. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. We don't even know what his punch resistance is today. And after Mr. Joe DeWaco and rumors of him getting knocked out then, I wouldn't be surprised if AJ's got some sort of extra clause in his contract now if anyone spars with him. Who knows? He may be getting sparred and getting knocked out every day in sparring. You just don't know. You don't know. GG was a huge brand. Took a knock lately. What do you mean he was a huge brand? GGG was never no damn huge brand. Come on, behave yourself, man. You were no huge brand. You were no huge brand. No, he wasn't a huge brand. He was a good fighter. He ain't no superstar. No, come on, man. No, I don't agree with that. Canelo's a superstar. When Canelo fights, it's an event. When GGG fights, it's a fight. There's a difference. Come on. Come on. Sorry, but in the public eye, AJ and Canelo are the only superstars to the masses, and the casual skill set has nothing to do with it. It's just pure numbers. No, I disagree with you. I disagree with you. AJ's superstar stardom is in question. His superstardom is this question because you have to question his skill set. If Andy Ruiz goes out and blasts AJ out again, are you still going to call AJ superstar? Mate, that superstardom's on hold for AJ. Their stock has gone down. So that stock, that superstardom, is very shaky at the moment, my friend. I can't agree with you on AJ superstardom. Otherwise, Lomachenko and Crawford would be superstars if that was the case. Lomachenko and Crawford are not superstars. They are not superstars. They're boxers. They're boxers that fight and make money. They are not superstars. They're not. Sorry. They're not superstars. No matter what people... They are not superstars. Listen, AJ's brand is a guy who's been down 5 times in 20 fights. His status is fragile. I totally had him down. Shake my head. AJ's a trainer. He's in Finchley chilling, seen on Snapchat, not in camp. Oh boy. I don't know. I don't know what to believe in that. Don't know what to believe. Don't know what to believe. Don't know what to believe. You know, I don't know what to believe. I don't know. You better be in camp for this rematch. I don't know what to believe anymore, but it's all gone quiet with AJ's side of things. From what I've seen, I don't watch anything on video for YouTube. I haven't seen anything recently on AJ, so I can't really speak on that too much. His camp is 200 miles north of Finchley. He's only going up there every other week. Okay. Well, he might be doing work in between. He might be doing his sparring might be up in Sheffield, and he might be just doing other work in Finchley. He's surrounded by ego massagers and fanatics, and still being told he's elite. Well, I said before, AJ needs boxing people around him. He hasn't got that. Lives in Hadley on my road, hangs out in Finchley, isn't in camp. Okay. Vlad was a star when the bell meant something to a certain degree. Listen, the heavyweight champion of the world carries, you know, it's the holy grail of boxing, the heavyweight championship of the world. But it always has been, right? So wherever the heavyweight champion of the world is at time, you have some element of a star because you're a heavyweight champion of the world. But it's how you look. David Haye was WBA heavyweight champion of the world. Now, David Haye's a guy that could have crossed on to be a global superstar. He could have crossed over to be a global superstar, David Haye. He should never have fought Tony Bellew. He should never have fought Tony Bellew. He should never have gone by that Tony Bellew fight. He should have skipped out of that fight and tried to get an AJ fight. He should have let Bellew go on his way. He should never have fought Tony Bellew. Should never have fought Tony Bellew. Right, any other topics we want to talk about here? I've got a few minutes to go. Anybody else want to talk about anything else while we're at it? What you'd like to see on the channel moving forward? Big changes for 2020. What would you like to see on the channel? I'm going to do an Arsenal thing in a minute. I might do an Arsenal talk in a minute. Yeah, I'll have to talk about that as well. So if you're boxing people, I've got nothing more to say for yourselves. So any more questions to ask? Smash the like button while you're in the room. Is there anything you'd like to talk about boxing people? KSI and Logan have left us with this. You don't have to be able to fight. You don't have to be able to throw punches correctly. You don't have to be able to, understand the sport of boxing. If you're prepared to put a pair of gloves on, and your brand is big enough and you're an influencer, you can make money in boxing. It don't matter if you've got a decorated amateur career. It don't matter if you is a world champion. It don't matter. You don't have to have belts. You don't have to have a long amateur pedigree. You don't even have to be an Olympic gold medalist. Think about this for a second. Tyrell Biggs was Olympic gold medalist. Audley Harrison, Olympic gold medalist. Wonder if any of those two guys saw him 11 million. Whoa. Michael, for real, you think AJ... people talking here. Okay, George Hamza says, George Michael, for real, you think AJ would take this seriously since his career depends on it? Okay. Johnny Trant says, Hugh Fury. What do you mean talk about Hugh Fury about? I don't quite know what to talk about Hugh Fury. The biggest question for me for Hugh Fury is, do you actually want to fight? Do you actually want to be in boxing? I mean, I don't see no passion from him. I don't see that, I don't see that passion. I don't see that love for the sport. I see a guy that's just going for the motions because that's all he knows. But I don't connect with Huey in that passionate way, I just don't connect. I don't see that from him. I don't see that passion. I don't, when I see a fighter, I like to see his enthusiasm. I'm not saying he's not dedicated. I'm not saying he don't train hard, but that passion, I don't see passion from him. Therefore, I'm not passionate about when I see him fight. So I don't know. I don't know. I hope Hugh does well. He does need a change. He may be taking it seriously, but he's not. He's not locked away in camp. Hugh Fury, next 3 fights, your opinion to rebuild? Rebuild what? Rebuild what? Are you rebuilding? What are you rebuilding? What are you rebuilding? 6'6", beautiful jab, good boxing ability. But what are you rebuilding? I don't think it's physical with Huey. I think it's mental. Mental and emotional. I don't know if this guy wants to box. I mean, I don't mean he doesn't want to box. I don't feel any enthusiasm from him. I don't feel any get up and go. I don't feel no, eye the tiger. I don't feel like we're on a journey with you to becoming heavyweight champion. I don't feel that. And I feel very one paced and very, we're here because we have to do it rather than we want to do it. The best way to describe it is a slave being put out to fight who don't want to fight, but fights because that's the only thing they know to do. I just don't feel, and I'm not saying Hughie Few's a slave. Please don't misquote me. I'm just giving you how I feel about the situation. I feel he's just something missing. Like he's got heart, he's got guts, he'll fight. I just feel there's something missing, like I don't know, enthusiasm, passion. Do you love the sport, Hughie? Yeah, I love the sport. I mean, they're just going through the motions. It's like, when you're in school, or you remember, or if you've worked in schools, there are teachers in school who really love working with kids. Or if you're coaching, people that really love coaching, and there are people who say, I'm just doing it because it's a job. That's why I feel it's Hughie Fury. I'm doing it because it's a job. So what are we rebuilding? What's he going to do differently? What's he going to do? It's not a physical thing. It's a mental thing. I don't know if he mentally goes to sleep when a big fight is there. I don't know if he switches off when the big fight's there. I don't know what it is, but he just doesn't seem to kick on. He might be one of these guys that will never kick on. He might be one of these guys that has met his ceiling, and the only thing that's going to happen is go down. So I just don't know where this Hughie Fury story is going. Because are we going to say the same thing 2-3 years' time? He's still young. He's getting better. I want to see improvement. I want to see, like from the Povetkin fight, I wanted to see improvement. I didn't see it from in the Samuel fight. I didn't see improvements. I saw the same old things, getting caught into, start off brightly, and then after 2-3 rounds, going back into the same old pattern. No. I sorry. No rebuilding, man. I'm not really detoxing, says not really. Not really. Detoxing from boxing and getting some inspiration for this evening. Oh, thank you very much, Denise. That's just a fact. I won't knock his hustle or wanting him to spend time with his family. He could well win. We don't know. Luna Star says AJ loves pouting in his Snapchat, talking waffle. He's a symptomatic psychopath who also thought he was a second coming of Mayweather until he got done. Ingram, did you see the WBC change the rules on the amount of completion a fighter can have to exonerate of the Mexican fighters like Canelo? I told you. I said it already. It's one rule for them and the next rule for somebody else. Which brings me back to my point before, which I think we're going to do a separate video on the belts of boxing. We're going to open a debate about it in a minute. Samuel Peter for undisputed. My family said Hughie's a slave to Peter and Peter's forcing him. Wow. Okay. Haha. So Hughie's like a gladiator. I think I see your point. Plus, I feel he's fighting scared sometimes, like he's reluctant to engage. WBC is becoming an effing joke, man. Yeah. Well, all right. I'm going to do another one of these videos, right? Remember I did that video years ago, Hamza? You are a witness to it. Remember I said you did that video with you, and it was Tyson Fury, give up the IBF belt, drop all the belts, keep the Ring Magazine belt, and defend your title with the Ring Magazine belt. Tyson's running around that linear championship of the world now. I don't see anybody laughing at me about it then. Let me do a new video. I'm going to do a new video talking about the belts and what I think needs to happen next in boxing. And I hope, as usual, Mr. Al Heyman is listening to me. We'll be back in a minute in what I think should happen next with the belts. You might not like it, but it might well happen. Stay tuned. Back in a minute on this channel. Stay tuned. Hit the notification bell now while you're at it, please. Hit the notification bell while you're in the room now. Go to the subscribe button, go across the notification bell and click all. Not personalized, all. So you get all our videos and when we go live. All right. Be back in a couple minutes. I want to talk about the WBC and what I think is the plan moving forward. Be back in a minute.